Hey everybody, it's NMTO, and if you guys haven't seen the title and thumbnail, I'm pretty much going to be talking about the potential of the Nintendo Switch XL version. Now very quickly, just so you guys get some idea, the Switch, the size of it is pretty small, so by default it would kind of make sense to have an XL version. So as you guys can see, it's about, I'm not exactly the size, I'm pretty sure they said it was like 6.2 inches or something along those lines. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll probably correct myself in the video. I'll probably put an annotation or something. I'm not really that sure right now. But Nintendo Switch is kind of small. The screen is pretty small. And through the games and how they want you to play when it comes to tabletop mode, you can kind of see like they kind of want that split screen feel. Now the Switch by itself is pretty small, as I said like multiple times. But if they had it like a little bit bigger, maybe like the U screen or maybe a little bigger than that, it would probably work. To be entirely honest, it could potentially work, and that could probably be a great example of potential Nintendo Switch XL versions. I mean, you could like look at Bomberman and how they want you to play tabletop mode, but based on how you see it, it kind of is a little difficult because they have 8 players on that tiny screen. It doesn't seem likely or really possible to the human eye to like be able to focus on just such a small device. So that's probably one thing that you can add on when it comes on to Switch. You're gonna need to make it a little bit bigger. Now if they made it bigger, there's like the idea of the Joy-Cons. That could probably be fixed, but then that would probably have to make them like, I'd probably have to have them make like a new XL version of the Joy-Cons, which is probably like the only issue the Switch actually comes down to when it comes to making this XL version. I think just the Joy-Cons themselves is what can like potentially not make it possible. Other than that, if the potential of an XL version is true and is possible, we could potentially see it as more of a slim version, kind of like how the Xbox One Slim or the PS4 Pro in that regard. So we could probably see a lot more power coming out of the Switch, maybe a more in-depth, more powerful Tegra processor inside of it. And honestly, it's honestly a great idea. It's not bad. And if that's the case, we're probably gonna have a really powerful Switch, a really powerful handheld in a few years. Not only that, we're probably gonna see the Switch lasting about like maybe as long as the 3DS if it's just as successful as it. Man, I can't speak. But yeah, the Switch has the potential of an XL version. It's just based on how Nintendo wants to go with it. And entirely it's possible. Maybe they put more internal storage. Maybe as its current Switch kind of starts to get cheaper and cheaper to produce, they could probably make more money or benefit more by putting another Switch around the $300 range that's more powerful. And like have the old Switch be like, I don't know, $250, $200, kind of like the same point as the 3DS, which would actually be really perfect. That's actually a great idea. So basically, there is potential. It just depends on Nintendo on whether or not they want to do it or not. Guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Subscribe, like, all that, share, and yeah, bye.